After the failed Separatist droid counterattack against the Clone Army, Grand Army of the Republic, the Clone Troopers have marched into the city. But the local populace, a mix of various species, are annoyed. They preferred Separatist rule and are willing to riot over it. The bloody droid legions that survived are on their way back to the battlefield, but the rioters are at a boiling point. They'll start this fight, and hopefully the droids can end it. What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and we are back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. This is like the 5th episode in the Zepho City Village sort of cinematic universe that we're building here. And today the clones have brought out Riot Troopers to try and stop these Separatist revolters. They've also got a brand new vehicle here, a troop transport for Riot Troopers. It's used in the Imperial era as well, but this is just the first introduction of it into the Star Wars universe. And so Captain Rex, the only surviving member of the coalition that launched the invasion on Zepho, is leading his troops against the rioters here, and they are trying to just push them back and stop them. If the clone troopers lose this battle, then they lose the planet. It is over. If the clones win, then there might be one more episode. I want you guys to decide in the comment section below what happens next if the clones win, and what happens, well, I mean, it'll just be over if the droids win. So yeah, either way, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. If you do enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on if you haven't already, and comment down below. Let's get it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, boys, here we go. The rioters begin to fire into the clone lines here. Yep, the boiling point has been reached, and now these clones are in a lot of trouble. They are not going to be having a good time. We have multiple grenades going out, wiping out those clone riot shields. The clone riot shields can take a bit of a beating in these battles, but clearly against grenades, it's not going to be able to do that much if the grenade lands behind them. Maybe you can blast some shrapnel away if they land in front, but other than that, they're gonna have a bad time. You can see the riot shields flying through the air. They're absolutely crazy. There are some backup troopers behind the riot shield lines with DC-15Xs, DC-19s, etc., to create sort of a firing line against these rioters, and that seems to be working somewhat well because they are getting shots off, but still, these rioters are giving them what for. This is really, really brutal. The rioters are retreating, though, which is good to see, because that means typically that the clones seemingly think they have the upper hand, and the rioters think that the clones also have the upper hand, and so therefore the clones will proceed forward, and the rioters will proceed backwards. But we'll see what happens when the blood droids end up entering into the fray as well. Here's Captain Rex, of course, on the battlefield right now, fighting away as well. Beautiful! Beautiful! Here come the blood droids, though, now. So, reinforcements from the Separatists have entered into the battlefield. They have learned that, yes, the rioters are on their side, and they think, well, if we've got the hearts and the minds of the people, then perhaps we can make something happen here and retake the planet while we're at it. So now they are going after these clone troopers here. They're getting some nice funnel fire down this way. They should also be coming from over here too, and it looks like they are. Yes, making their way down here. We've still got more riot shield troopers out and about on the battlefield. These guys are tough to kill because, of course, again, they can deflect a lot of fire that's incoming. They're not impossible to kill, though, because I just saw one die. Just due to laser fire. So it's not completely over for the clones with the riot shields who are out in the open. They can deflect a little bit of shots. That's what they're there for. But it doesn't mean that they're invincible in the slightest, really. The clones are really spread out in a very, very bad way here. Yeah, this is tough because the clones have positions pretty much all over the place. They're getting attacked from everywhere. that's sort of what these types of guerrilla fighting, you know, riots are like. So the clones are not in a position to really assault anything. They just kind of have to hunker down, especially with the introduction of all of these blood droids on the battlefield. These guys getting in here right now are very detrimental to the clone trooper cause. These guys getting in here are going to be a massive problem. We can see them actually pushing back against the clones now, and the clones might end up retreating back a little bit too. We got a weak way over here moving forward as well, and he's like, ah, no, never mind. Never mind, I'll leave it to the droids to proceed forward, you know? Yeah, and Separatist sympathizers, man, they're a real thing in the Clone Wars. We saw a number of arcs about Separatist sympathizers, which were really fun to watch. Those were great episodes of the Clone Wars. And put new perspectives on the Clone Wars as well. I mean, the clones, while they are very epic and there were many good clones, they were not always the good guys in the galaxy. You know, they were not always all that good, to say the very least. You know, they did some bad things, and the Republic as a whole definitely did some bad things as well. So, you know, they come into question. They do come into question, and that's what we're seeing here, as this planet clearly, very much so, does not want Republic rule. In fact, they're so against it that they are willing to risk their lives to prevent it from happening, and they are fighting alongside these battle droids to make that happen. We also see the opposite happening on other planets as well, such as like Ryloth, for example. The Rylothians were so opposed to Separatist rule that they're willing to revolt against the clone trooper, or against the battle droid army. Sorry, I got all mixed up in my words there. So yeah, those guys also, you know, a direct opposite example of what is happening here. So kind of neat, kind of cool, you know. Either way, as it stands right now, the clones are basically pushed out of the city here. They've got a few troops against these buildings here, but other than that, I mean, they are all on the backswing over this way. They do have a large portion of clones over this way that are basically just a firing position, and any droid that comes into their way, they'll likely just blast into absolute smithereens. It also seems like a few of these rioters are coming back forward to fight against these clone troopers as well. So, you know, right now is probably the best opportunity for the Separatists to win this thing. If they can surge forward and continue this annihilation of the clones, they are in the money, because right now the clones are losing more than the Separatists. It wasn't true for the first part of this battle. At the start, the Separatists definitely lost more than the clones, but now the clones are definitely losing more than the Separatists. Here's Rex right here. He's with a couple of Riot soldiers fighting. They're protecting them with their shields there. Why don't we go ahead and bump it up the speed here as we really get going. VEA beautiful. The Wolf Pack, as well as like Anakin and some of his clones, have been evacuated off of the planet because, well, him, Plo, and Commander Wolf, they all ended up going down in the last battle, and were no longer able to be saved. So they are currently off doing, you know, medical work to their bodies, while Rex is out here continuing to fight, because Rex was the lone survivor of any of the commanders left in charge of the last battle. So pretty epic stuff. Either way, guys, by the way, yesterday I did release a new Daily Bricks video. I know a lot of you guys look forward to that. So if you want to go check it out, it is on my LEGO channel, Daily Bricks. We looked at some of the rarest LEGO Star Wars items of all time. I bought a lot of extremely rare LEGO items for this video. So this was a pricey AF video, but it was super worth it. It was really, really cool to film and record and have my hands on some of these items. So highly recommend going and checking that out if you haven't already. I also reinvented the Daily Tactics podcast. We're doing a lot of like Star Wars opinion stuff over there, also talking about LEGO leaks and stuff like that. So you can go check out the Daily Tactics podcast YouTube channel if you like. But I also have it available on like Spotify, iTunes, etc., etc. if you just want more different content from me and stuff like that. Back in 2020, when I first started doing LEGO content on this channel, people loved it and wanted to see more, but then it didn't really work with my gaming schedule, so I decided, you know what, I need to make an entirely new channel just for LEGO stuff, and that's exactly what I did. as probably most of you guys know if you were a fan of the LEGO stuff and things like that. So, you know, it is what it is. Either way, right now, the clones are still holding out there. They're still doing okay. Why don't we go ahead and go just full speed ahead now into this battle as this continues to go and continues to surge forward. By the way, those Geonosis blasters, they actually have anti-tank abilities, so they could be a good thing to take out that troop transport with. That troop transport's also not super heavily armored. I've seen them go down from blaster fire really easily, but infantry will concentrate on other infantry before they concentrate on enemy tanks with blaster fire, so it can be a little bit tricky to take those out in the heat of battle. But those sonic blaster cannons, they pack a very mean punch, and they can absolutely decimate tanks and stuff like that, so those could be a good tool for the Separatists to take out that troop transport right there. That could be really brutal for them. Right now, these droids are just getting a nice funnel shot down this way at Captain Rex. If Captain Rex did not have that hero health that he does, I think he gets like 1,000 health or something. He's in fact healing right now, you can see. If he did not have that hero health, he would probably be super dead. He's running forward, man. He's getting all gung-ho on us here. What are you doing, buddy? Why are you why? Rex! Rex, you were playing this so smart until now. Now you are being a big dingus. Why are you running straight forward, bro? So foolish. So very foolish. The left side here seems to be on lock for the clones actually now. They have wiped out most of the droids on the left side. On the right side over here though, this is Droidapalooza. The droids are definitely doing better over this way. So, you know, half the battlefield is in clone control, I would say, somewhat, and the other half is currently kind of going the way of the Separatists. We've got those Rioters down here still firing away. Most of them just have pistols and things like that. A few of them do have rifles and stuff like that, so they're somewhat powerful, but yeah, most of them just have pistols, which makes them a little bit weaker. There we go. One, what are those guys called? Rodian? Yeah, a Rodian down right there. Here we've got actually a Ryloth soldier right now. The Zepho village was filled with many a species, apparently. Maybe these guys are rioting because they're like, you know, bounty hunters or like criminals, and so if they ended up coming under Republic control, they would have to, you know, wrap that up and stop being evil criminals, and so therefore, you know, they want to side with the Separatists here, who are going to maybe give them a little bit of leeway, you know, something like that. Either way, clones right now making big pushes into Separatist droid lines right now, and it seems like the droids are failing to hold them off. They pushed forward so hard and so fast, they lost a lot of troopers, and now that the clones are counterattacking, the droids are having a little bit of difficulty wiping out these clones. Look at this, the clones are able to just mow through a lot of these guys. Okay, a couple deaths there for the clones, but they're still pushing. They're making things happen. Oh, that's going to be a gnarly grenade. I don't know if that's a clone grenade or a droid grenade. That might have been a droid grenade. That's not good. Okay. That was like attached to that man's head. Why we got Jar Jar out here with the DC-15X? Oh, he didn't do much with it, but that was kind of wild. Okay, Jar Jar, I see you. I see you. All right, there are very few droids and sympathizers left alive currently, most of them on the retreat through the lakes here. You can see there previously were some landings and stuff like that before this battle, but you know, all wiped out and stuff like that. This is a battlefield with some history, that is for sure. Either way, the clones right now just truly hunting down these sympathizers right now, and it looks like the city is going to be in the possession of the clone trooper army at the end of the day. Whew! This was quite a battle here. This was quite a battle, isn't it? Alright, why don't we go and fast forward here, and they can just eliminate the last of these guys. They can hunt them down. But in the next video, since the clones win, here's what I'm thinking. I think we should have the droids attack from over here with the very last of their planetary garrison. This is all they've got, and the clones have to defend the city. If the clones win, they get to keep the city, and that's the end of the series. If the droids win, they get to keep the city and the end of the series, and that is that. Let me know what you guys think of that plan in the comment section below, and we can do that. Or if you guys have better suggestions, lay them on me, because I'd love to hear them. You know, I'd love to hear them. Either way, right now, yellow are dead droids and sympathizers. Red are dead clones. Actually, it seems like the droids lost a lot more than the clones. Holy cow. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.